Hey guys, welcome to another episode. And I got a pet here because the cat's climbing and everything. We're in the bedroom now, and I just got home. But since I haven't been making official videos, I wanted to make a quick one just so I feel useless. And of course, you can see I'm well prepared. But anyway, if you guys watch my channels, you guys will know that I'm really big on physical copies of games, but sometimes some of these games that I really want to play come out are digital only, and I've come to notice that a lot of times if you wait, if the game's popular enough, they will make physical copies of the games. And I just wanted to encourage you guys to do some research on your own, and I'll give you some examples. First of all, here are some digital only at one point games that they weren't sure that they were going to make digital copies of, and eventually the game sold enough and they did. But I encourage you, if they do release physical copies of these digital games, to get them ASAP, because sometimes games such as Shovel Knight, for instance, they only had a limited run. They might not make any more, you know, even though this is a disc version. I don't have the disc inside the case because it's probably in the system. There's the code, but some of these digital copies, I mean, sometimes these physical copies of digital games are nice. I mean, that's a thick manual. It goes back to like the NES days of like a thick colored manual. But anyway, this is nice. This is only like $24 too. Obviously, I got it at GameStop, if you were noticing. So, yeah, I picked up Shovel Knight. If you haven't picked up Shovel Knight, the physical copy, I can't recommend this game enough. I'll eventually do a video of it, but by all means, if you want a physical copy, get it now. You might not have the chance later. Now, Square. This was Square's first real episodic game. This is the limited edition. Standard edition costs $30, limited edition costs $40, but I really wanted to play Life is Strange, and so far the game's amazing. I did a short little live stream of it just to see if people are interested or not. Obviously they weren't, so I've made up my mind I'm going to do a video of it anyway. But they weren't sure, and I waited a little bit for usually what you want to do, if it's episodic, wait till the last episode comes out and see how that does. And usually shortly after they'll announce whether they'll come out with a physical copy. I'm probably going to do that with Final Fantasy VII Remake, unless it's like the Xenosaga games where they're actually full games being released. Then I'll buy them individually. Because Xenosaga were like full games and it was like episode 1, 2, and 3, but like each game was like a 40-50 hour game. If they do that, I'll get individuals, but like each episode of Life is Strange will take like 2 hours max. Again, highly recommend it. But I waited, and sure enough, they eventually came out with a physical copy. So when it's digital only, just wait a little while. And by the time the last episode comes out, you usually know. But this was awesome. Let me put the phone down for real quick. You can listen to me again, well prepared. But this came with this awesome soundtrack. This game actually has a really good soundtrack. If you're not into the bands, I would highly recommend you getting this anyway, because the soundtrack's so fitting for the game. And even if you don't like the bands, it might be nostalgic to you for the game. And the music is just picked so well, but there you go. It's actually a physical soundtrack, unlike this coded soundtrack that Shovel Knight came with. Again, another cool little freebie. You can try to put in the code, but I already used it, so I don't think it's worth anything. But you get the game disc, of course, but nothing but advertisements for other games instead of a instruction manual. And they printed the seizure warnings on the inside of the sleeve. But you get this nice little art book, which I really find awesome, because I think the artwork in this game is incredible. But yeah, I really can't hold the book open with one hand. I haven't gone through it a lot because I kind of like to keep it in decent condition. But yeah, it's just so cool. It came with all this stuff, and it wasn't a super expensive, like, special edition like a lot of these deals. Highly worth it. I recommend it. Like, the art design in this game, to me, is incredible. So, they had the Resident Evil HD remake that came out, right? And they only came out with a PlayStation 3 physical copy. The reason why I know this is because I did research. So I got this on PlayStation 3, which is Biohazard's Resident Evil here in North America. And it came with this thick manual. I believe I did a video of this already. Here's all this receipt shit. But look, it says Resident Evil. It's like they knew people are going to import. And the reverse sleeve actually says Resident Evil. But that was one of those deals where if you want a physical copy, do your research. But I would avoid skipping. I would skip that altogether and get this, which came out recently for the PlayStation 4. Again, I did a video of Resident Evil 0, but this also comes with the PS4 edition of Resident Evil Remaster HD, whatever the fuck you call it. It came with that too. I like, actually, this game more the original Resident Evil, which is that game. But it's on PS4. There wasn't originally like a physical release of that. There was only a physical release of the PlayStation 3 version. So, yeah, do your research. Sometimes these games show up later on. Just be patient and do research like I did. If you want a physical copy, sometimes you can import it. Keep in mind, the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 are region free. I don't want to speak for anything else. Some games are locked, but if you do research, you'll find out which ones. Another exclusive, I don't know why this was an exclusive for Europe and Asia, but apparently North America didn't get one, even though this game was made in North America. So I got the European version. I actually like this Infamous expansion pack, even though it's only a few hours long, more than the actual Infamous Second Son, I believe that's what it's called. This is a spin-off of this, but this was DLC, but it actually came on a physical disc. There's a physical disc right there. And yeah, like, if you haven't played this, definitely play it. It was free on PlayStation Network, but I loved it so much. I was like, I need to get a physical copy of this. And if you get the European and I guess it's the Japanese version, but when I went to playasia.com, it said in Chinese, so maybe it's the Chinese version. I don't know if Japan got it or not, but I just got the European version. All the versions are in English because that's what they were originally recorded in, but this game was made, like, developed in Washington, Seattle, so to me it's bizarre we only got a digital copy. But if you want physical copies of some of these games, just do your research and you can find a physical copy. Sometimes there's a locally released physical copy of a digital game, and you'll go to the store and they'll be like, no man, that's digital only. Which happened to me at GameStop, and I knew they were wrong. And that's Gravity Rush HD. This is a physical copy of the remaster. Just so you know I'm not shitting you. There's the disc. It's an Amazon exclusive. And all I'm saying is, sorry I'm out of breath. I was actually running back and forth doing groceries. I have a lot going on today. But, yeah, basically I'm just telling you guys to do your research, especially with digital and physical copies. Physical copies are really important for me to have, because if the server goes down, if it's not on my hard drive, I'm pretty much screwed, and I'll never see some of these games I like a whole bunch, or like a lot, or whatever, however you want to word it. I'm all over the place today. I also had a lot of caffeine. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, so I went to GameStop and they're like, that's a digital only release. Maybe they don't want to tell you to go to Amazon, but unless you buy like a PlayStation card from them, they're not going to make any money from it. But yeah, so sometimes you'll get domestic releases of digital games in physical form, but you have to go to a specific store. So I encourage you to either be patient, do your research, just talk to other people, you know, just don't take other people's words, just go on your own. And really, I just encourage you guys to do your research. And a lot of these games that are physical only, like, I mean, digital only, excuse me, you can go out and find a physical copy. You just got to do your research. So, yeah, that's my video. I hope it was somewhat educational if you're looking for any of these particular games. But I highly recommend, if you find out that there's a physical version of a digital game, to get it as soon as possible, because they're usually in limited release. Gravity Rush and Life is Strange and Resident Evil Origins Collection are the most recent game. If you find a copy of Shovel Knight that you really want, that's probably going to be the hardest one to come by. I would definitely get that one, because I was basically told, like, if I didn't get it now, I probably wasn't going to find it. And sure enough, that's the case. It's getting rarer and rarer to find. So if you don't have it already and you want it, a physical copy at least, get it now. But we're definitely looking to getting Gravity Rush. And I don't know what Square is going to do. This is their first real digital physical release, so I don't know how they handle their copies. But I would definitely pick up Life is Strange just because it's a good game anyway. And Infamous First Light, it's fairly easy to find an import version of, but I would definitely try to get it in the 30 range if you can. You'll pay between $30 and $50 for a physical release, but I would try to get it closer to 30 because you can. And I'm not telling you what you should spend on it. I mean, it's worth whatever it is to you, but personally, like, if you can get it cheaper, why not? You know, you save money, you can buy another game instead. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you on the next video. Sorry, I'm like all over the place and it's a little bit out of breath. I've been running around dealing with the animals and stuff like that, but I really wanted to record something before I went on and did all the other errands. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a bit. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.